Hello everyone. Well, today I will be shopping my garden for these EVERILLO carex right here. And they have gotten so big, these two right here. And today I'm going to show you how you can divide your carex into multiple plants. And it's just a good way to save money. Now, even though I am dividing the carex today, I don't recommend that you divide other plants in your garden until it's after your last frost date, sometime in the spring, because we are still in winter. We're still going to be getting freezing temps. In fact, we are getting freezing temps for sure on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. But I feel safe in transplanting and of course dividing the carex here because, as you can see, it is an evergreen in my garden here. And just to be on the safe side, so not to risk a lot of damage, instead of dividing the carex here into small divisions, I will make the division a lot bigger. I think it's better to have bigger clumps to help them adapt to the freezing temps that they will be getting. If you've never grown the EVERILLO carex before and you would like to try, I would wait until your last frost date and then pop into your garden center and buy, I would say maybe a medium size container and just divide them into multiple plants. In fact, that's exactly what I did. When I didn't even know a lot about gardening at all, I just bought one EVERILLO carex, took a risk, and just divided one plant into 12 separate plants. Most of them came back the next year and they grew beautifully. All right, so the first thing that I'll do is prune the leaves back so that way it will be easier to see the bottom and be easier to dig. So just grab it like in a ponytail like this. Now, if I've already sanitized the pruner, and that's always a good thing to do, just sanitize it first, and I'm just going to do a chop and drop method. All right, so that's what it looks like after the haircut. And I would like to take some of it out on this side just because it's starting to impede the walkway here, and the same thing on this side. I haven't done anything to this one yet. So I'm just removing the mulch around here. Now what you can do too is you can dig up the whole plant, but because it's so big, I don't know how long it's gonna take me, and I don't know if I really wanna do that. So we'll try it this way first, just dig up the sections that I want and go from there. Let's see. Oh, looks like it comes up easily. All right, I'm just going to go straight down. All right, so I got that. That should be nice. Now, ideally, you want it to be nice and in a circular way. So I'll go ahead and trim back at the edges too, so that way it'll be circular. So as mentioned, I've never divided carex this huge before, so I learned a few things in doing so. So first, I learned that, you know, as your whatever you want section that you want to divide, it's easier if you can to just use a spade and just cut it like this, cut it through like this. And then also I'll show you another one once I finish this one. I gotta be careful when I'm doing this. You want to make sure you touch dirt, because otherwise it doesn't cut as well and you might end up hurting yourself. All right, so I think we got that. And then just cut it on this side too. Oops, you see that? That's what happens. All right. So I think I'm going to use this knife. To do the rest. All right, that's a nice clump right there. All right, so here's another thing that I learned. You see how it's not quite spherical on all sides. So to have it more spherical, all I'm going to do is cut back more on the bottom there and at the top too. All right, so you can see it looks more spherical. I mean, it's not perfect, but that's okay. By giving it a haircut more on this side, it gives it an illusion of a more spherical shape. Now, I know that I will need more carex to divide later on when I'm ready to prune the lemongrass. So for now, this is all that I need. I got a nice clump right there. So 4 big clumps that I can divide some more. So you can see all I did was chopped and dropped. So these will turn into mulch. Typically, you can divide this like into smaller plants like this one, even though this one might be tough to get it to root, but there is some roots right there. But when I first bought that one size pot plant, I literally just divide into individual plants like this. And that's all you need during the growing season. When your last frost date is over, you can definitely plant it like this. So just cut it again. And I'll put this together with it. And this one I can cut it again or leave it like this. So let's leave it like this for now. This I didn't do a good job because you can see, look at that. So I didn't do a good job cutting there. So most of it, I would say half, is not good. So we'll just separate like that. All the ones without roots we'll toss away. So this is before I knew that it was better to use that spade to cut across instead of using this knife, because it was harder to cut it with this knife versus a spade. And this is all because I've never had to dig up carex this big before. Usually I have smaller ones to dig up, and I would dig the whole entire plant up and then divide. So these two will go like that. Another one here, so that's 5. I definitely have more than I need for right now. The best thing to do also is to find where you're going to cut it and just flatten it like that. So that way you don't, just look to make sure you're not going to damage any plant as you're cutting. So this right here, if you cut across there, that would be good. All right, so I got 7 here. All right, so as you can see, this is an easy way to save money by shopping in your own garden. Because EVERILLO Carex is an evergreen in my garden here, I feel safe to go ahead and divide and transplant them today. Now, just to be on the safe side, because I've never had to divide them at this time of the year, they are in bigger clumps, so that way they are less likely to get damaged in the garden here when we do get the freezing temps very soon. And again, if you have never grown EVERILLO Carex and you would like to, when you go and purchase at the garden center, it comes this big, and all you have to do, if you would like to have multiple plants right away and you don't mind them looking small, you can actually divide this one into, I would say, a good 10 small plants at least. And if you plant it in the spring, and I would say by the fall, you would see good growth, like good size to them. So very easy, very hardy plant, especially if you're in the same growing zone and the same growing environment as me here. And the nice thing about this EVERILLO Carex is that it takes part shade to full sun as well. When you put it in full sun, you'll get that nice yellow color. When it's more in the shade, you'll get more of this greenish color. So in my garden here, I could put it in full sun, I could put it in part shade, and I think you can even grow it in shade as well. It's just that you're not going to get that nice yellow color. All right, I think that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found it enjoyable and helpful. And until the next video, take care and bye for now. Well, thank you again for watching the video. If you would like to support my channel, please subscribe and watch some of the other videos. The video links are up above for you. So with that, thank you so much in advance. Take care and bye for now.